Alright, I got everything else set up now. Uh, Today I'm pretty much doing exactly as the title says. I'm just testing out some custom drift tracks. I don't know if anyone's really going to be joining in, but I might as well wait for at least a few minutes. Alright. I'm gonna do some free mode drifting that we could get some practice in first, because I'm pretty much setting up everything before I even really get on GTA.
Hello. What can I do for you? Quite a collection you've got here.
I'll just use the Ramus like I was doing before.
They're bringing your personal vehicle around right now.
I don't know if the music is too loud at all or not, but it should be fine.
Fresh meat! I want to hear the sound of you not speaking, my friend. Get over here to the freak shop. We got shit to discuss. Probably. We definitely got drugs, though. Just get over here.
Hold on 1 second. I'm checking something real quick. I think I've forgotten something. Alright, I'm back. Worried about nothing. I hope the music isn't too loud. It was the same volume as it was before, but I don't know if it'd be louder than my voice or not. Nope, went too far. Ooh, went way too far there. Ooh, went way too close there. I really hate getting Spotify ads. At this point, I'm probably considering just turning them all off, turning Spotify off in general. Or I could probably invest in getting premium once I start getting monetized. I'm a long ways away from getting monetized though. I'm just gonna mute it. Keep thinking I have more space than I do. Alright, whatever, I think I'm gonna go and get started. Is it this one or the other one? I think it is this one. I have two playlists that I'm needing to test out. Kinda wish you could change the weather. I should probably try to do that glitch to turn off snow before I test all of these. I don't know if it'd work for going into races though. I think I've already tested one or two of these tracks in this playlist already. I just want to see if they're any different. Looks like that's the place you gotta go. Nice little ramp. What kind of track is this? Looks to be a Formula Drift track. Everything's still visible in the snow. Looks to be so. Question is, which route do you go? You go wide or go narrow? I'll do both, might as well. I keep using the handbrake, I don't really need to. Yeah, I definitely think it's the other way around. Maybe try testing it the other way. It actually looks like it's a really well made barrier. Looks really smooth. Seems like a pretty simple track. I don't think it's inspired by anything. I have a lot of replica tracks saved up, but I don't think I have any of them. I don't think any of them. I don't think this one specifically is a replica. Looks to be just a, I want to say a simple S circuit. Ooh, that's a hard hit. Yeah, it looks to be a simple S circuit. I want to see how it is going backwards. All the lines at least seem to be really smooth. There isn't much when it comes to, like, what do you call it? Aesthetic. This definitely looks like a track that could be used for Formula Drift or D1GP. I'll definitely be able to show this off to other people. It looks like it's also a nice little area to park up or even do donuts too. Alright, I think that seems to be it for this one. Off the next track. I gotta go back over. Yeah, this track actually seems to be really nice. When it comes to the actual condition of the track, it looks to be really well made. I just wish I'd be able to see it without all the snow. Well, speaking of snow, I really wish they had actually changed the way the snow actually looked like. It looks like it just coats everything. It doesn't even remove anything like removing grass or even bushes, like leaves on them. I wish they had actually changed the way it looked. Where you could see like snow, like piles of snow coated on certain areas like ledges or even the ground, where it would actually look like you're going through, like you're going through mud. I think they'd actually be able to handle it, because I know down in up in Zancudo, where all the mud is, you're able to see all the deformation. Well, most of it. So I think you'd be able to handle it. Or maybe they could have it where all the actual streets are like coded in various levels based on the activity. Like all the main roads can be just black with a little ice, while all the back roads can be covered up with snow. That was a pretty good track. Off to the next one. Setting it up to noon, that way I can be able to always see what's going on. Oh, I know this creator. I haven't talked to him, but I know a few of his. I think I have some of his tracks saved. I think probably the one plus with this, with these drift tune cars, is they don't rely on low grips or stance. I mean, they probably do have them equipped, but like it doesn't like affect the way you race. So like with these kind of cars, you can actually be able to like straight up get out of your vehicle and be able to give them to other people, and you can be able to use them that way. What kind of track is this? Oh, I don't think I'll be able to see this track because of all the snow. I can try it, but yeah, I'm going way too far in. I can barely see any of this. I can see a little bit of it, but not much. Looks like you can make a little oval section. I don't think this area back here would be ever used though. Area is too small to do anything with. I don't know how this circuit is meant to be laid out though. Definitely not one you can use with using the snow, as you can clearly see. I can't see anything at all. I think there's a little section over here, yeah. And then you can loop back. Nice that I can see all the cones at least. Gives me some general idea where I'm going. I wonder what I could do in reverse. I wonder if it'll feel any better. I'm gonna try my hardest not to hit any of the cones. Yeah, that section feels a little better that way. Ooh, trees are solid. That's a dumb statement, of course they're solid. This track seems to be really well made. It's just hard to see because of the snow. After this playlist, starting up the next one, I think there might be a few tracks similar to this. So I could probably use that playlist as a test. I'm not going to spend too long on this track though. I bet this track might look really good outside the snow. Nice little parking area as well for people just wanting to chill. Would be nice if there's a little lookout post though. Now how do you get out of this place? Straight up perhaps? Oh, hit tree. I gotta respawn. I haven't respawned in one of these cars yet. Do they handle the same way? Feels to be the same way. Nice. Needs a better exit. Yeah, you see all the... underneath it is all actual colored. That was what I was referring to earlier when it came to like making aesthetic, well, something look aesthetic, meaning using actual like decorative props in creative ways, such as making hills or bushes or mountains, or even using trees as like overgrown foliage. Oh, I forgot to turn the music back on. Sorry about that. I don't know if it's too loud though. Yeah, that was a pretty good track as well. We do two laps just in case it's one of those kind of tracks. Oh, looks like I see where we're going. Looks like we're going up here. Ooh, it's one of these tracks. Alright, let's see what this is about. Ooh. Oh, I think I know what those little sections are. They're probably like negative clipping points. Yeah, that's probably what they are. I just wish I could see it. Ooh. It looks like it'd be a difficult section to do. This is definitely meant for the old cars. I'm just gonna keep the music off because I keep getting Spotify ads really soon. I swear I probably got like 2 or 3 there just now. I'm probably gonna end up getting copyrighted from it too. So where does this go? Ah, it goes back to the start. I guess it has to be able to keep the, what is it called? I forget what it's called. The wrong way sign from popping up. See where this goes. Merry Christmas, Kebab. A little late for that though, because it's the 31st. As you can see, I'm testing out some custom tracks. Can't fucking see anything because of the snow, but at least it's a relatively decent layout, so I'm able to at least see somewhat of where I'm going. That's part needs to be adjusted if that's going to be like a circuit. I don't think it is though. I think that's supposed to be like a four-wheel drift track, but like a proper, like dedicated track instead of just a few sections. With how low speed these sections are, you could tell that they're probably made for... I think it is supposed to be a circuit track, but from the looks of it, it might just be like one single line, and then by the end of it, you just go back to the starting point. But it could definitely be used as one. So like it just goes right back to the end. Well, right back to the beginning. But I think I think you're supposed to do that, but I think you could probably, if this little area, if there's a little section here, allowed you to loop back, you could probably treat this as a circuit. I'm gonna do one more lap and then I'll go to the next track. I don't want to spend too long doing this. Looks like there's 2 optional sections you can do. I'm doing the second one. Should have seen the one that I was, the track that I was doing before. That one was actually a straight up Formula Drift track. Although I don't think it was inspired by anything. Once I'm done with the stream, I'll probably put a link to the playlists that I'm using. If I can find them, that is. See, you're able to treat it like a circle track, but that ending definitely doesn't look like one. Then I'll do the other section. Yeah, I have a few of those FD tracks already saved it. I think I have another one coming up in this playlist. Yeah, it looks like those sections are meant to be like, maybe like extra track pieces. I wouldn't doubt it if they were colored. I myself don't really have anything planned for the new year. I think my family might have something planned, but I don't know. Alright, I think that's enough for this track. Let me try to move on to the next one. It said this one was a lap circuit lap, so I'll have to go back through. I don't even know if I'll be able to make this. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to reach this checkpoint. I might have to get out of my vehicle and do it. I got it. If we was to do any, now that I'm thinking about it again, if we were to do anything special for New Year, it'd probably just be something like setting off fireworks. That'd probably be it. I don't think we'd be doing anything real special though. That bush really slowed me down, huh? Yeah, I don't have that many of those, so if I was to do something, it'd probably be with online friends. Yeah, I think this track was definitely meant for the old cars, like the old cars, like just stancing. I think I remember doing this track before. I think I ended up doing it with Ice Limit one time. I had just forgotten the name of it and what it looked like. Yeah, I think this was one of those that I'd shown him. Yeah, because think about it again, I don't think our family didn't even really do much for Christmas. The most we did was went out to another family member's house and just ate some food, talked a little bit, and left. Our family ourselves didn't even really celebrate it. The most that we did was made some food. We didn't even put out any sort of decorations. I think that was the first time we've ever actually done that. But I'm not going to talk too much about that. I feel I probably shouldn't. Yeah, when it comes to my family with Christmas, most of the time we're actually like doing pretty much everything, like setting up the tree, setting up like exterior and interior decorations. Then we'd like the day on Christmas Eve, our family would like um, we'd cook up like a massive meal, and then um, we'd all eat it on Christmas Day or Christmas evening, depending on what's going on. Then we'd go out to other family members and go to all their houses and either give away gifts, receive some, or just chat. But we barely did any of that this year. No, I don't even have a license. I need to get one. I really do. I don't think it'd be too hard to get one, actually. Uh, are you up for joining me, Kebab? I think I do have you as a friend. I'm already almost done with these tracks. Though. But anyway, I do have a car that's I I don't want to say it's drivable. Currently, it doesn't run. Understandable. But the car that I currently have is actually a Nissan Fairlady Z20 Z20. It's like a Z31. It's a 300ZX. Not the Z32 with the bubbly lights. The Z31 with the pop-ups. Oh, I know this track. Fucking Black Sheep made this. How the fuck is this one in here? Mine ends at the end of January. Yeah, this seems to be one of those tracks where you don't really have a particular line. You just go through it and find whatever line you want. Ooh, nice little jump drift. They really are. They have like similar design cues from both cars, like the fucking RX-7, yes, the RX-7 FC, and even some old Porsche as well. And you can even get similar mods to something like a 240SX or 180SX. I've seen some really cool pictures of one with, I think they actually used a Rocket Bunny body kit from the 240SX. It looked really good. Yeah. I've heard people have a lot of issues with them though. Hell, right now with mine, I don't think it's able to start because of the security system was activated, and it locks down the engine. I think the only way of getting it fixed is either actually straight up taking out the anti-lock system, and I think like resetting the key. Then I've heard that people have issues with all the vacuum lines. I've heard that people have issues with leaks. Yeah, issues with leaks. I've heard they make for decent drift cars though if you lock up the differential. They have the weight distribution for it and the power for it. I think they use like I want to say I want to say QZ engines. It's the same thing that you would see. I think it is almost the same engine you would see in a Infiniti G35. Or is it something else? I forget. I could probably search it up, but I'm not in the mood for it. I definitely could be wrong about that. Yeah, I think the 350Z actually uses the like an updated version of the. I want to say, is it a QZ engine? It might be something else. I think it's like QZ, QC, something else, something like that. But I think it's like a V6 engine. I forget. Anyway, with the track, that little hairpin section is kind of annoying me. Like the way you enter into it, it feels really weird. Like it's not one of those sections you can set up. Yeah, they're really good show cars. Yeah, I think what mine. Let me actually see. Hold on. Can I? No, it won't let me. Um, the ride height for mine is actually just like ever so slightly taller than the way it is now. Like where you see the rim lining up with the tire. Mine's like just slightly slightly higher than that. This is a pretty good track though. Oh, they shouldn't have let off the throttle there. Yeah, the setup that you have to do for that feels really weird. I did that too early. Well, did that too late. I'm gonna do one more lap, but I'm gonna try to do a backwards entry into that. I could probably do it. But anyway, yeah, that it needs a lot of work. It's basically a junker right now. It doesn't have much rust on it from what I've seen. I wasn't able to take a really good look underneath it though. But the interior needs some work, definitely need cleaning. But it doesn't look like there's too much wrong with it, other than the security system and the engine's probably locked up. We haven't gotten to try to crank it in a while. Let me see if I try to do this backwards entry. Ooh, I almost had it. Alright, that's all for this track. I've been on it for too long. I still got a whole nother playlist to do. Well, these bushes really slow you down. Looks like you're going from here. There it is. Ooh. Yeah, I think the only issue that would really have with getting it running is all the electronics in it. I've heard even the Z32 has a lot of like electrical issues. It's one of these kind of tracks. Yeah, it's been a bad year this year. I don't think I've talked too much about it. I don't really need to, though. Yeah, I hope you have a great year, too. Oh, none of my usual drift cars are in here. That's a shame. I could probably use this, though. It's probably a racetrack rather than a drift track. I might could be able to drift it, but I don't know. It looks like it, from the looks of it, might be a solid track to use for racing, though. Yeah, it looks to be solid. Wait, I could stance this thing. So good to do with it stanced. Oh, I forgot to remove the armor on it. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm hearing people setting off fireworks now. A little early for that, though. I just tried to instinctually try to go to an action menu, put on my helmet, but I'm in a race, so I can't do that. Ooh. Looks to be a really solid track, though. Ooh, nice little bend, too. I might have to try this for racing at one point. Yeah, this doesn't have the benefits of the drift tune with the all-wheel drive. It does have all-wheel drive, but it's not the same way. Where the front wheels can gain extra torque from whenever you're at an angle. Ooh, too close. That looks to be a really smooth bit, though. Yeah, it kind of sucks that you can't use every single car in this track. I would be using a old drift car, but is a really solid track. Ooh, let off the brake too early. Too early for that. It worked out though. I don't know why it's spinning out like that. Usually holding onto the brakes actually helps with that. Yeah, this would be a really good track for drifting on. I wonder how smooth all this is. A little bumpy, but it could be better. Aesthetically, it looks pretty good. What about this one? Oh, not that one. That one clips right in. Ah, yes, I think I see it. Whatever. I think this is the last lap in it. Oh, it's lap 2. How's it lap 2? I swear I've done another lap already. Huh. Definitely didn't do that right. Yeah, the OB9F is actually a really solid drift car. Very underrated. Oh no, I'm definitely gonna fall. Oh, I almost saved it. Too early for it again. Yeah, the optimal point for doing a 360 is actually like where you can actually be able to link it back in like that. Got a little too much force though. Oh, no, 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 no. Saved, almost. Yeah, nothing I could have done there. Let me try to get close to the wall. Nope, it's not gonna let me. Oop, I shouldn't have hit the handbrake there. Keep counter steering when I don't need to. I keep forgetting to turn the music back on. Cause I keep getting the Spotify ads, but I don't want to end up getting like heavy copyrighted because they use some really copyrighted music when in some of their advertisements. That'd be a really good racetrack, though. I just wish it was available for all classes. I don't think anyone's gonna join, so I'm just gonna use whatever. I'm just gonna keep going. I could probably use the fucking no. Where is it? Is it not available? Ah, here they are. Let's use that one this time. I wish it'd let me keep my helmet. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna give it something to drink real quick. Alright, I'm back. Ooh, that's a big drop. Boom. Ooh, this looks to be a solid track. Looks like it could be used as a Formula Drift and a circuit. See where it takes me. Oh, this is like one of the other tracks that I got. It has the same sort of styling. Can I get the wall tap? Ah, too late. What a shame. Little wheel drop. I don't think it'd be much of a wheel drop though. Let me get this checkpoint because I know it's probably, yeah, see where it is. It helps with keeping the, what's it called? Oop, not too far in. Keep the wrong way from turning up. Ooh, wow. Section's really narrow. Definitely not meant for the older cars. This one should be a little wider. There's the wall type I was looking for. And it loops back. Nice. This is probably made by the same person as the other track. I might try to search him up after this. See if I can find any more. It's a really solid track. Even though it's very linear and not really any elevation, it's still a nice track to use. Nice that you could use that as an actual clipping point, where you could just scrape the wall. If it was an old car though, if you'd even slightly scrape, it'll send you flying. Nice. Yeah, I wish that section was a little wider. That we could just use it as a sweeping turn. I can't get close enough to it that time. Which one's this crack called? FDO Odaiba? Yeah. FDO Odaiba. I wonder if it's based off of our left track. I doubt it is. I'm gonna do one more lap, then I'll go on to the next one. This is a really solid track. Ooh, that was a really smooth one that time. Kinda sucks just doing this on my own though. Don't really have anyone to talk to. Having people in chat really helps me from being quiet. I just don't really have that many things to talk about other than what's going on in game. Come on, let me back on. Thank you. Oh, there's a little outside section there. I might actually just keep the music off. I might have muted through OBS, but that way I can just still listen to it, but not have it play. There we go. Off to the next track. Nice little seating section, although you don't really get to see much because of the walls. If the walls weren't that high, I think it'd be just fine. I think if it was about half the height and maybe had fences along it, that'd be nice. Personally, that's what I would do for decoration. Alongside the way outer section, like where that long sweeping turn is, I'd probably put some distance from the actual track, and then put a wall encircling it, kind of like you would see in a real life track. FDO Odaiba. Really solid track. Actually, while I'm going through here, I could probably actually find it. Yeah, I could probably actually try to find the here it is. All right. And here's the other one. Let me go find the let me go find the stream. Here it is. And this one. There it is. And now for the next playlist. Am I invite only still? Yep, I am. Alright. Let's start the next one. No, not jobs. Playlist. I wonder if it... Ah, yeah. There it goes. I was... saved it that we can be able to... That one's the one I already did. Here's a new one. I don't know how many of these are drift tracks and how many are race tracks, but I can still test them. Oh, this is actually a new one. Let me try to invite some people, see if anyone would join. I'll wait for maybe like 30-40 seconds. See if anyone will join. Which isn't that many friends, but might as well try. No one seems to be joining, I guess I'll go ahead and start it myself. So far. Doesn't seem to be any elevation though. That was a really solid one. This feels like one of those open wheel tracks that Rockstar would make. Except it's actually well designed and actually has a lot of, I want to say, like actual decorations. Like using all the walls and flooring instead of just the weird barriers. Seems to be a pretty solid track. Very flowy. That little section reminds me a little of Tsukuba Circuit. I guess because it goes into a bit of a tight corner and then into a chicane. I actually do have a track of Tsukuba Circuit saved. Yeah, this section, even though this bit is a little bit too long, it actually looks quite a bit like Tsukuba Circuit. Yeah, this track really does feel like it'd be a Rockstar made open wheel track. It looks like something they could actually use as a community place track though. Like a community verified track. Kinda wish there was some more clipping points instead of just a basic racetrack. Kinda like how the other tracks that we've seen, kinda like how they are. Like they have like little different red zones or even certain walls that you could see that are clearly pointed out to be clipping points. Like there could be one here and then one on the inside, for example. Ooh, there's actually, looks like there's actual design stuff over there. I might have to go check it out after this lap. I think this is the last one. Looks like some lighting, but I doubt it's well used. Ooh. I want to say this track probably finishes at around that, what is that called? Around that straightaway. Where you have to like, I think it's Sanpatsu? I think it means like 3 lines. It's either Sanpaku or Sanpatsu. I forget. It's basically means you're just doing 3 you're drifting up to like 1 or like basically 3 points before going into another turn. Yeah, that's the finish line. I'm gonna go look around. Like this place, it looks like this track is actually relatively designed to like be aesthetic. See if we could see if we could find a way over there. Ah, that looks like an exit. How do I get there? That's not a spot. Looks like there's plenty of places where you can, like, if you was to get stuck at, they at least have it where it's not, like, blocked off and you're able to find an exit. That's good, I suppose. All the corners seem to be well rounded. That looks like be another potential exit. Question is, can I get to it? Ooh, that looks like a potential hazard. Ah, I see red over there. Alright, I'm gonna have to go around though because of the finish line. Another lap it is. I'm not even gonna try to jump over it. Actually, fuck it, I probably can. Nope. Too tall. I could probably make a track like this. I do have a little bit of experience in making tracks. I've made a few of my own. They're not that good though. For the actual like layouts themselves, they're not that good. The execution for making them are actually pretty well made. What is all of that over there? Kind of wish there was like a little area to serve that could serve as an outlook, where you can like get out of your vehicle, go up to it, and sit there. There's the exit. Why did they put it here though? Looks like that area is supposed to be used as like a pit zone, but I mean, if they wanted to, they probably could have had this little section here go straight out and then turn into it. Probably could have done that. Oh, I already see a way out. Alright. Let's go see what this is. Use of some new prop models. Nice. Some more over here. What's all of this? I think it's supposed to be just a simple building. Looks to be relatively well made though. There's probably nothing on the other side of it. This area looks nice though. Yeah, you're clearly not supposed to be out here. And it's definitely one-sided. It's like a video game, that's cool. Oh! That's weird. Why did they put them over here and not where the actual fucking pit area is? I remember one of these props using a parkour race one time. If I was to actually go through the effort and writing out and finding this track again on the social club and posting a review for it, I would actually mention all of the wrenches used. They should be placed right where the pit area looks to be a pit area. And that way it'd actually make it usable. It looks to be a pretty decent track though. it looks at least aesthetically pleasing, like an actual racetrack you would see. But there's no elevations, it's just a flat track. I think if that creator was to go to make more tracks, more racetracks, I'd say add some elevation to them. Lone Star Drift Park, huh? I'll see if I can find it after stream. I might actually put that review in. Oh, GDM track. I doubt anyone would join, but I'm still gonna send invites.
For me, this book was a way to articulate feeling.
Fucking Spotify ads again. I guess I can go ahead and start it. I don't think anyone's joining. Why would they? To play this 13 races without even knowing if they're drift tracks or not. I doubt anyone would ever want to join playlists like that long. This area looks weird. that looks nice. Looks like they used a lot of oh, there's elevation in here. Nice. It's not much, but you can at least see it, feel it. Goes down again. Goes down. Back up again. Oh, okay, that's just fucked up. That's just fucked up. Nice elevation though. Some of these sections aren't really all that flowy. This was part of the track? What the fuck? Why? And the transition was horrendous. Only things I'd mention about this track is all the foliage is way too close to the actual sections. It has a lot of like scenery, but some walls seem too tall. This section should have been smoother where you can actually use it to go slow or go fast and hit it as a jump. As I read the title, it said it was supposed to be like an Ebisu Jump Drift inspired section, but the way they actually used it was nothing like how Ebisu actually is. The section that you use is basically just a little dip. It goes up and then balances out, and then the actual section that people jump is the little called Fuck, what is it called? Curb. It's like there's like a little curb that they use to actually jump, to actually get some air. This section is also a little weird as well. That should have just been balanced out instead of made to look like a little snake section. But I like the elevation. I think if they was to do that, they should have added actually added some elevation there, and had it to where that little jump was like little, like kind of like how it is now, but instead have. Let me actually go to it. That way you can really see it. Where instead of it just being a straight jump like the way it is now, have it to where like it kind of goes up like how it is here, where it goes up and then the edge of it, like right where that little building is, to the right. Have it to where this middle section should be flat or slightly elevated going that way. And have it to where you can go this way, you can go here and actually jump it, or you can go back, or you can hit it from this spot and go flat like it is now. But this section shouldn't be a straight up jump where if you go off you mess up. It shouldn't be like that. I've had enough of this track. It aesthetically looks pretty good, but it has pretty good elevation changes. But that's pretty much it. Especially that bridge-like area. That was just horrendously made. That definitely could have been made better. Even if there was to just lower it down a little bit and add some smoothing for the very edges of it. Don't get me wrong, it's a good track, good for populated lobbies, but that's about it. Not really good for anything else. Fantasy Circus somewhere in Hong Kong, a town called Rubham, where many DVS GT races are held. Also home to the Bati RR World Series, both custom classes off. Only pro racers. I was thinking this was a drift track, but because this creator has also made a lot of other tracks too. I guess I could at least try it. If it looks good, I could use it as an actual racetrack. This section's really wide. Yeah, this section's really wide. Yeah, I think this is an actual racetrack. Let me just see how it is. I'll just do 1 or 2 laps. Or 3. I won't really bother too much with trying to drift it. These are the kind of props that I don't like being used. I don't like seeing the railings like this, all of the metal guardrails, because just perfect example. They stick out way too much, even in the corners. With long sections, you could clip them and mess yourself up. and they're incredibly sticky. Just tapping one can send you flying, and like even those are fine compared to the guardrails. It looks good aesthetically, but yeah, I don't like the guardrails. If it was used as a drift track, even if used as a racetrack, I don't think it'd be good to use the guardrails. Using those kind of walls, using the plastic blocks, or even the actual wall props like those would be better off. You'd be better off using those instead. Some of these sections look too wide though. Like this looks fine the way it is, but from what you'd seen towards the beginning, those sections looked way too wide. Looks like it'd be a good racetrack though. Not much elevation though, when it comes to the individual sections. Most of it looks flat. Okay, I don't like this section. There isn't even any reason to have it like that. Why? Nice little heads up for having a potential hairpin coming up. But there's no hairpin here. There's the hairpin, but that little icon should be over here. That sign should be over here, not over there. See, that section shouldn't have been the wide ones. That should have been these. Overall, it doesn't seem like that bad of a track, but yeah, the guardrails definitely have to go. Could use some more elevation when it comes to all these sort of individual sections. And the only elevation is where you actually straight up go uphill up to this top section. And then there were some really wide bits that probably shouldn't be there. Unless it did say it's based off of a real life track, but still, those sections looked way too wide. Oh, sorry. I was looking at the stream for a second. Well, this track really looks like it was supposed to be one of those. I wouldn't even say open wheel tracks because they're all the straights. There's so many straights on this. I might end up deleting this one. These little sections are nice though. Like solid even snake sections. And a long sweeping turn. I really don't like that angle. I want to see what it's like to not use the camera like I used to do. Yeah, I can barely see what's coming up. This section here is way too wide. They could even just use these. And then use a little bit to make it thinner. Too far. Definitely messed that bit up. I really don't like doing that version of the backwards entry. It just feels really weird to me. Where you turn in the opposite direction and then... Like, that just feels really weird. Going the opposite direction, doing a 180 and catching it. That just feels really weird to me. If you just want to do it, I'd want to do it this way instead. Where you're basically just getting much higher angle. I know it's more like, it's more showy. It's something that you do to show off with, but I don't like doing it. It feels too weird. Why does it set the very low? At this point I know no one's going to be joining, so I'm just going to blast through most of these. Why the fuck is that there? That is not needed. Shit makes no sense why that piece was there. This feels like something Rockstar would make. Yeah, this feels like one of those open races that they would use to just they would just use to showcase the open wheel cars and how they can turn. This feels like one of those tracks that they would make just to showcase the drift cars and how slidey they are. I mean, most of these turns are very fluid, but it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like an actual proper track. Feels almost like an extended go-kart track. But with all these stupid guardrails around. And there isn't even a bit of elevation on this track, is there? I don't think it'd be too bad of a track to drift with randoms though, and it looks like it'd actually be a solid track for racing on. But that's about it. There's not. I don't think. Doesn't feel like there's anything special for this track. It just feels like a racetrack than a drift track. It feels like an open wheel track. Not open wheel as in like actual straight up Formula drift, oh, not Formula F1 cars that you would see in real life. No, the tracks they use, I'm talking about fucking Rockstar created open wheel races. I didn't like a single one of the tracks that they made. I think the only one that I might have liked was probably I think it's like Morning Glory. Or Morningwood. Yeah, I think it's like Morningwood Glory or something. Because there was an actual interesting section halfway through it. Where it goes up to a straight. I think it goes into a turn. And then it goes with a really long sweeping turn. And then it just randomly goes into like 3 different chicanes with and one of them with a hairpin. Like, that shit makes no sense. I feel like they literally only made those tracks to showcase the open wheel cars and how well they can turn. That was it. Because you can go through almost all of those tracks at full speed at just turning. This track feels almost the exact same. You can just go through all of these sections without really having to slow down, depending on your line. I could probably race through all of this and be just fine. Of course, this bit here, I'd probably have to slow down. That's it. Because I had to pick up some speed, and that's it. And then it just goes right back to really long chicanes and sharp right turns. I don't think there's a single real sweeping turn through here. No elevations, nothing special. It feels like a long sweeping turn, but it's just a bunch of 90s to make it feel like it. Like this one's actually probably a decent turn. Looks like it might be a decent track for like practicing tandeming, because you could just basically create your own line and you have plenty of space for everyone. That's about it. the first one that I did, the lone drift track, that one actually seems like a proper track. This one just feels like one of those old racetracks you would come across. The only thing that's different about this is all the decorations that's around. It feels almost the exact same as like one of those typical flat track stunt tracks. And this part just shouldn't be here at all. I should have set it for 2 laps instead of 3. I definitely should have set it for 2 laps instead of 3. I have a lot of tracks to go through. Just the only thing that I feel like this track has special going for it is all the decorations, and that's about it. It still just feels like an open wheel track. It would be pretty good. It would. A lot of these corners seem to be at least relatively smooth when coming through them. So at least you'd be able to use it for probably practicing tandeming. Because all these little sections seem to be pretty easy to go through. Yeah, that track could have been better. Could have added more elevation, could have made more interesting sections, maybe even a jump drift. Some hills. Instead of just a complete flat track. Some of them seem to be really smooth, but most of them are just right turns, or not right turns, sorry, 90 degree turns. Didn't mean to do that. There's no one in my party. I don't think anyone's gonna join though. Whatever. I'll just start it on my own. Probably could have shared this stream around a little more. I have a few group chats that I'm in that I could probably could have shared it before, but I didn't have much time before starting it. If I can set up another playlist and stream a little longer, I can probably do it. This bit is a bit annoying. Will I even be able to make it up here? I might. Bushes are gonna stop me. At least it's GTA, I can actually get out and run. And I don't have to worry about stance or low grips because because these cars have drift tunes on them, and they aren't affected by it. See, back when it was just low grips and manual stance. Oh, it's this track. I've done this one before. Back when it was just low grips and stance, you had to. The only way of doing it, getting these cars, like pass them around with friends, is they'd only have low grips on them. Alright. Yeah, I've done this track before. It's actually a pretty cool track. Really slow though. Slow and tight. Looks like there's different sections you can use. That's cool. Yeah, this is a flat track too, but big difference with this one is it looks like it's straight up designed to be a drift track. They have all these tight little paths that you would see on the like a grassroots track, while that last one was just big open tracks. Where's this one going? Like this one looks like it was meant to be a drift track, while the other one looked like it could also be used as a racetrack. I'm gonna do a few more laps, and then I'll finish it off. The one thing about this one is it has a starting gate like this. You can do some formula drifting. You'd probably start out like this, going through. And then finish it off at the end here, and then loop back. Oh, looks like you can even see. This is meant to be a proper drift track because everyone used to get out of their cars to be able to like give each other vehicles to drift with. This is something they'd often be able to do. You could be able to actually have like a little showcase area. I'm gonna go ahead and finish though. Thought I could break that. 1 second, I'll be right back. Hope I don't get kicked.
You like what you like, so play it all uninterrupted. Listen to music ad-free and offline with Spotify Premium. It's the final call for 3 free months. Cancel anytime. Tap the banner to learn more. I'm back. I figured I'd get kicked.
At least it gives me an opportunity to delete some of the tracks that are on there. Yeah, I could probably just get a bunch of get some decently fast race cars and blaze through it all after deleting a few of them. I guess I could go ahead and delete some of those tracks that I had. There were some of them that weren't really all that good. Remember what most of them were. Oh, that one's not even a drift track. I guess I could just blaze through some of these and get back to where I was. I hope I don't have to go AFK again. I think the ZR350 is actually one of the fastest drift cars, right? I mean, I'm always able to go much faster in it. Feels almost like rally racing. Oh, I set it to 2 laps instead of 1. Fuck. I like how the ZR350 still maintains its twitchy manner from before it had the drift tune, while the drift tune just makes it easier to drift. It still feels a little twitchy, very twitchy and light compared to its old version. Yeah, this was the other track that I was talking about. That even though it feels about the same as that other one that I had actually deleted, this one feels like it's actually still like a proper track, because it is a go-kart track after all. It's supposed to not have that many straights and mostly turns, because the go-karts can't really go that fast. But it's a mostly tight, compact track with a lot of turns and a lot of points that you can use. I'm just gonna blaze through a few of these tracks because I've already tested out a few of them. Yeah, this section was the worst bet out of all of them. That bit should have been straight. I already said what I was talking before that. If they're gonna make a bridge, they should have had a section of the track go under it, or at least give it a reason to have a bridge there, and not just for decoration. This is the one that I did before getting kicked. Yeah, I was talking about it before of how I could have invited some people to the job, invited people. There's a few group chats that I'm in that I could have just straight up self-promoted in there. Fucking Spotify ads. Alright, I'm back to where I was before. I still don't think anyone's gonna join. Whatever. I think the Futo is considered one of the slower, one of the slower cars to use. I wonder if I could try. I know this one's based off of a real life track because it was in the description or whatever. I had saved it. I wonder if I could figure out which one it is by the time I'm done. I want to say Nico Circuit. There's the bend here, the semi-long straight here that you could use to link it, and then there should be a long straight. Yeah, here's the long straight, where you can Sanpatsu right through it. This is a solid one. This one's actually based off a real life track. And then it goes to a chicane, goes to a straightaway, where you would actually straighten out and then go back through it. Although I think that bit is a little bit too tight and too long. Because the distance it gets from going from here to getting to that straight is a little too long. But yeah, I think this is Nico Circuit. It definitely feels that way. And then here's the Sanpatsu section. Yeah, this is definitely Nico Circuit. Let's see if we can do this in first person. I don't think I'll be able to because of the way this... Yeah. Look how weird that is. I'm not even using the steering. I'm not even using the camera. I can't even see the road from where I'm at. It doesn't even fucking move. It should be moving it. It should be moving in a little bit when I get narrow, a more narrow angle. Yeah, I can't do first person at all. I can't do first person at all. I'm gonna do one more lap and I'll move on to the next one. But yeah, this track is definitely based on Nico Circuit. I don't remember where it's supposed to be. I don't remember exactly where it is. But I know it was a track that Noriaro ended up making a few videos of drifting on. I think the only difference that's messing with me is that little bit there. How it feels a little wider than it usually is. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. Oh, it looks like a little spot you can use to watch people at. I'm gonna go to that other section too, now that I noticed it. You could either go up top, or you could probably try to snake your way in through here. It'd be nice if they make ladders. They'd probably want you trying to climb up instead. No? Odd. How are you supposed to get up there? Yeah, I think I may need a cart actually. If I wanted to get inside that little bit. Yeah, if I wanted to get in here, I'd have to climb up. Damn it. See? Now I can go to look in here to see all throughout it. Little less visibility because of the actual size of the track, but I was supposed to get in from that side, aren't I? Let me check to see if I can. Yeah, that's how you do it. And then you'd climb up. Is that supposed to be a C4? Yep. Alright, let's go look at the other one before I finish off this track. Let me go ahead and hit this checkpoint while I'm over here. That's actually... I actually really like the way they did that. It looks like an actual spot that you would see at a Japanese track. If I could get under here, I could probably see what they used for it. What they used for it. That was a nasty voice crack. Yeah, if I get underneath the track, I could probably see what they used to make all of those pipes. That's a really neat little section, though. It's those kind of details that I like looking for when it comes to testing tracks. Well, I'm gonna go see what this what looks to be another lookout tower is, and I'll go back and finish it. There it is. I was thinking it was over here for some reason. So you could either look in and see everything from this side, except for the weird panels blocking the way. Alright. Let's see what it looks like up here. Yeah, this is where you'd want to see it. It'd be nice if they'd actually use those for that purpose, though. Pretty good view. If you use a sniper, you could probably actually see it throughout the entire track, except for that little bit there. I wonder if these are actual spots that they use. That's cool. Alright, I need to finish it. But before that, I'm gonna go look and see what they use for that. I already know what they used for those little pillars. They used the starting grid, the old school one, back when they added back when they added the creator to be able to make land races. They even used it for their own Rockstar even used it for their own tracks. Oh, that's not good. So I managed to stop. Alright. Now let's go see where how that little section's made. Come on. I might have to just get out of my vehicle. I don't think I'm able to drive up there because of the low grips. Yep. Get out! No! Don't take me with it. Alright. Alright, let's get up here and see how it's made. Because I'm pretty sure it might be visible underneath. See all the little, what is it called? Fuck, what is it called? All the little bushes that they used. They just used the very tops of the trees. Oh, they used ramps. I figured that's what they used. They looked like they're using those two bits. And it looks like they're at an angle. What kind of ramps are they, though? Are they small ramps or medium ramps? They look like the small kicker ramps. Please don't fall, please don't fall. Alright. I could be able to see if I look on the other side. Yeah, I think they're the medium kicker ramps. Oh, they used two of them instead of just one. That'll do it. Alright, let's finish this race. On to the next one. I'm tempted to start making some of these kind of tracks myself. I already made some like Formula style drift tracks using free mode spots. I've already made quite a few of those, but most of them either turned out really good or really bad. I know almost quite a few like techniques for making tracks. Oh, there's a ramp I could have used. Whatever. That was a pretty good track. Yeah, it was definitely based on Nico Circuit. Like, it couldn't have been anything else. It couldn't have been anything else. Kind of sucks that it doesn't show the name of it, because when I saved it, it was it had a lot of, it was written, the title of it was written in Japanese. Oh, so GDM, one of the GDM tracks. There's a lot of really good drifters in GDM. I doubt anyone's gonna join, but I could wait for a little while. Although it's only inviting a few people. Guess I could just wait for like maybe 30-ish seconds. I guess I'll go ahead and start it. Wonder how this track will be. So far it looks kind of weird. Nice little repair station. Is it just... Wait, is it what I think it is? It fucking is. Yep. And I messed it up. What a shame. Why did they go up? Kind of jagged looking, but it does its job. That definitely could have been better. Oh, that little clipping section, not that great. This section just looks weird with the random drop there. Looks like it's slow enough to be slow and wide enough to be used for tandems, though. Ah. Oh, that should have been smoothed out. And looks like that's the end of it. I'm gonna see if I can try to redeem myself on that backwards entry. Nope. It slid me too far because of the handbrake. RIP. I feel like using the handbrake actually has like proper use now. Instead of just using it to extend drifts, you can use it to like outright send yourself out. And not just like slowing you down. Kinda wish this section was straight though. You could just dip a tire down though. And I wish it would be able to loop back on itself. Like have it where instead of like just this flat section where it ends off, you could actually like make a little U-turn here. That'd be nice. I'm gonna try this one more time. Nope, I'm not getting it this time. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna be able to do it in the snow. I could probably do it outside when it's not snowing, but I definitely won't be able to do it when it's snowing. I guess one more lap because there isn't much to this track. The only thing I'd say is probably try to move it further back, that way that lamp's out of the way. Oh. Yeah, move it out of the way where the lamp is not in the way. Where it's right at the corner maybe. Straighten that out a little bit better. Maybe add a better elevation change instead of just a straight drop here. And maybe have it somewhere else and not immediately after a turn. Maybe have it towards a straight or something. And then they could have just made this one long drift and then finish off with a hairpin, but they added that and didn't do any smoothing here to be able to improve it. What a shame. Now, where do I go to finish this? That area is blocked off. Do I go over there? That could work. Ooh, down I go. Nope, car won't fit there. I could fit there, but here it is. I don't know where else you would go. Nice little track though. Could use some improvements though. Car still has the snow on it. Oh, another track with no translation. Yes, because it was another one of the Japanese-made tracks. I don't think anyone's gonna join, but I might as well still wait and send invites at least. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start it. Six out of 10 tracks. Let's see what we got here this time. Oh, I've done this one before. It's based off of, it's a replica for another Japanese track. Oh, it's the same sort of prop that was used in the last one that I'd seen. That other one that I played that was in Nico Circuit. Nice. Except they actually have a proper canopy. I wonder how this track would do with the drift team though. It was really difficult with the old ones because of the way the turns were set up, but I'm sure it'll be really easy with this. See that? You see the little hill there is the kind of stuff that I'd be looking for when it comes to making drift tracks, or even racetracks too. And you could even oh, let me hit that checkpoint. You can even see here how this side here lifts up ever so slightly, and you could actually feel the elevation change as you go down and it straighten out. Solid track, solid track. Definitely gonna have to look into more tracks by this creator. Hell, you could probably even mistaken this track for a proper racetrack. It does look like it'd be one. It would look like it maybe like a simple go-kart track. Let me see if I could try to ride this wall. I couldn't go all the way. You'd probably, in real life, you'd probably just straighten out and then probably go for a backwards into drift there if you was to do something crazy. Or just go for a really wide flick. This would also be one of those solid tracks for tandeming, because it's basically just a drift track that you would see IRL, and that has plenty of space. Ooh, that was a solid one, right up against that hill. Pretty sure they used the tops of trees for that section to make it look like that. Kind of wish there was a little bit more decoration in the middle though. All I really see is a few trees, and that's it. Maybe that's all the track has. I mean, I don't really recognize this track, so yeah, you do something like that, maybe. Oh, hello. Good night, I suppose. I didn't see you join in. I think I'm gonna do like maybe 2 more laps and I'll finish off the next race. Yeah, this is a really solid track. So I'm thinking you could easily just space out and drift for a long time if you want to. I mean, that's longer than most people. Usually people only stay here for like maybe 1 to 2 minutes and that's it. Anyone that's not actively participating just tunes in, watches for like a few minutes and then leaves. Sometimes never even saying anything. So at least you said something. I probably wouldn't have known you'd be here otherwise. Go get some sleep then. You said it's like 3 a.m. for you now. Yeah, Happy New Year. I hope it's better than last year. Good night, Lyra. I don't see you often. I think I'm gonna do one more lap, then I'll head out. Well, not head out, I mean go to the next track. Even though it looks a little jagged, that hill section actually looks really nice. Looks like there's a little pit section here too. Question is, where would you go to get to it? Oh. Oh, and it actually doubles up to a little stadium area. I wonder how much you can see from here. Ooh, you can see majority of the track from here. Oop. Come on, let me up. There we go. Yeah, you can see majority of the track from here. The only place you can't see is that little bit. This is a solid place to have this. Wow. Kind of weird to have the pit area here though. All right, time for the next track. Oh, what the it just completely sent me off. I didn't think that. I thought that'd be destroyable. Can I even make it out of this? Maybe. Maybe. Yep. That was a pretty good track. Would love to figure out what it's based on though. I do recognize it, at least that like wide sweeping section. Fucking Spotify. Oh, I've had it muted this whole time. I definitely gotta find a better way to listening to stuff like Spotify without having the ads, because that is so frustrating. Let me put the music back in. There we go. Should be able to hear it now. Doubt anyone's gonna join, but I'll still send invites. Damn, I've been out streaming for almost 2 hours now. Well, almost 3 hours, not 2 hours. Still doubt anyone's gonna join. I could probably either keep streaming after I'm done with a playlist, or I could probably just I could probably even set up another playlist to work on. So what's this one about? Looks almost kind of like a larger version of the of episode school course. Oop, messed that bit up. This area is really slick, even for the low grip cars. Wonder if it uses the actual ice props. No, I couldn't. Seeing the picture, it doesn't use them. Sure as hell feels like it though. This looks like it'd be a pretty decent track to practice on though. You have some little barriers here. Can't fucking touch them though. Why would you want to? Why would you want to go that way? Is it just showing the alternate course? Yeah, I've been through here. It just put me through the opposite. It's just making me go the other way. Nice that it's showing that you could do both ways though. But I kind of like the other way. I'm kind of feeling the other way more. When I get to it again, I'll loop back around. Is it this way? Although that smooth bit actually looks pretty good. Going that wide sweeping turn. I don't know why, I just really like the feel of just those wide sweeping turns. Like goes into like a gradual 180 like this section does, and then it matches it up perfectly perfectly with a sharp hairpin, another hairpin, and then man, if it had a way of going through here and then sweeping back. Instead of having to go through one of these sections, having it to where you could just do that whole bit there. Maybe if there was like a sort of wall section there and you would just do another one of these bits, that'd be really cool. From the looks of it, it looks like you could even make it stylized as like an oval track. Where all this is just the infield. Looks really good though. Actually looks really good as a snow track because of the way he designed it. It just sucks that to use a consistent line and one that doesn't intersect. It involves ignoring that whole bit. It'd be nice if there was just a way of being able to have just one single line without having to use that awkward straightaway. Why do I keep using the handbrake when I want to slow down? I need to use the brake instead. There we go. Yeah, like having a section where you could just go through here instead. Having that rounded out and allow you to cut through. Oh, that would be smooth. And have that area just boarded off with maybe like some cones or something to indicate that it's possible to go through it, but it'd be based on the actual styling. That'd be nice. Making it seem like it's an actual real-life track with multiple pathways, and they just block them off with cones and concrete walls. All right, I'm gonna do one more lap. This is a solid track. Oval Race Club Drift, huh? Nice that there's two varying bits of it. There's like what feels like it would be the sand and then the grass. That's really cool. Yeah, this bit feels really awkward. We've turned into it for too long. Wait, where are we? Oh, we're up here? Well, yeah, you can see the lighthouse. I didn't know that little hole was there. Neat. Solid track. What? Actually, a solid track. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna be joining, so I'll just keep starting it on my own. Figured someone would have wanted to join, but I guess I didn't. Oh, it's one of these tracks. See, that bit's really nice. This one actually feels quite different from what we had seen before. Like that one track that just felt like an open world track. This one actually feels a little different. This one feels kind of like the track that's in, what is it called? Fuck, what is it called? The LS Car Meet. Although this section feels a little bit either too short or too long. I could probably get a better line for the next bit. Another Sanpatsu section. Another Sanpatsu section. This would actually be really good for This would actually be really good for one of the drift races. If Rockstar was to allow us to make our own custom drift tracks, kind of like how this one is here, this one would actually would serve really good as a as like a, what is it called, like a community verified track. Because this one could serve as either like a sort of rallycross, or it could serve as a drift track, and just set it to however many laps we want to use. What's this one called? Vinewood Drift? There's probably a few of them with this name, but might actually be pretty good to use, like pretty good to share around. They probably didn't need to use all of the plastic parts though. They probably didn't have to use all the plastic blocks. It'd probably look good without them. But they probably made a bunch of those drift tracks before they used all the plastic parts to make their custom roads. Really good. That was actually a really good track. And they actually did pretty well with all of the decorations as well. Is this the same fucking track? Wait, is this the same track? Hold up. Don't tell me this is the same track but without the plastic parts, right? Come on, where's my drift cars? Don't make me have to use a low grip car. I will if I have to. Come on, give me one. Fuck it, I'll use a low grip car. I swear, if this is the same track. I don't think it is. It doesn't look like it. I'm not lowered. Nope. I think this is the exact same track. Yeah, this just looks like okay, an unfinished version of the other track. I might actually delete this one. It's the same track, but it doesn't have the plastic parts on it, and it looks like some of it got deleted. And it looks like some of it's unfinished. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish this one. Yeah, without the stance, this thing is just awful with just low grips. It's usable, but the other one was better. Still can't believe I ended up downloading two of the pretty much exact same tracks, except one of them looks unfinished. That's crazy. I wish that one was finished. I wish that one was finished though, because that would actually serve as a really good proper racetrack. Because it looks like it's like one of those tracks that you would use IRL, like they would often be used for racetracks, but you could like sign up to be able to, or rent it out for drift events or something. I could probably, yeah, I could probably let it stay the night. Why not? No one else is gonna join anyway, so I can just blast these through. I wouldn't doubt it if this one is just a, what's it called? If this one is just, what's it fucking called? Hey, Togo track. Come on, get me off the grass, please. Thank you. I don't like going down, well, I don't like going up hills. I prefer going down them because it handles a lot better. You don't have to force the car to give you extra speed. Like all of these handle this whole section handles so well with going off with what's it called? Fuck. I forget. Come on, don't hit the wall, thank you. I think this area up here is what's supposed to be the custom bit, so... So what's all this? Oh. It's one of these kind of tracks. What a shame. Nothing smoothed out whatsoever. I'm gonna see where this goes first, then I'll respawn and go to the next bit. It probably just goes to the same section. Yeah. That's a shame. Yeah, I held the handbrake for way too long there. Ooh, nice little viewing section. Too bad it doesn't extend any further. And what the hell was even all of that bit? Honestly, a lot of these roads back, like this entire road here, just it feels a lot like one of those old Need for Speed Canyon races. Not so much as like a, not so much as a straight up toga race. Which, in all fairness, the Need for Speed Carbon Canyon races were pretty much toga races anyway, directly inspired by Initial D, but. I'm just saying a lot of those tracks that they used wasn't. Most of them weren't really like straight up constant hairpins. A lot of them had like varying turns. Yeah, that section was just whatever that custom road was. That was just awful. If I can find like one of those race creators that makes like those really good like proper racetracks that is like really smooth roads, like one that made those toge tracks. If I could find one of those guys and actually like have them actually make a proper drift track, that'd be incredible. Like a proper drift track with all of the different elevations. Looking at the playlist to the social club, apparently that the Vine drift track that I did, that was basically just a duplicate of Vinewood drift track. That one, it looks like there's a lot of extra stuff on there that just wasn't there in the original. Whenever I'd done it, it felt like there was a lot of sections missing. All right, it's 10 o'clock. I probably should be getting off. I could probably go ahead and make another one. Let me go to my playlist and try to add some of my playlists. That way I don't have to. That way I can actually delete some of mine. Now I can go to bookmarked and it should be updated. Yep, here it is. Alright. Now I can delete this one. The one down here. And it should still be down here, right? Yep. Will it load though? No, I think it deleted it. Shit. Whatever. Yeah, it's gone now. What a shame. Alright. I could probably delete a few of these because I've already tested them all. But I think I sent some of these playlists to Faden and Sins for him to test out to see if he could use them. But yeah, I don't know if he's gonna actually go through and save any of these. Probably actually go to some of these creators and see if they have any playlists. Let me see if I could try to copy and paste this. Back out. Here. Nope. It'd be nice if some of these creators would make playlists for all of their jobs. That'd be nice. I'm deleting this parkour one. I don't ever get on it anymore. And I don't need so many of these race testing. That one I'm keeping. That one I'm keeping. This one I could probably delete a few of them. That I can delete. That one I'll keep. I'm not deleting them now though. Wish we could have more. We could make more playlists. Such a shame that we can only keep one of them. Well, we can only keep up to 10 of them. Is it 10? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I think there was 2 of them that deleted, so it's 15 tracks. What was that invite for? Oh. Oh yeah, I still needed to test rally tracks. I was gonna do that with Sins, but I never ended up doing it. I'll have to ask him about it at some point. I can delete that one. I don't ever play death matches anymore. Let me change the name of this one. No. Here. 1. There we go. Let me add a bunch of Formula Drift tracks to this one and then save that one. I have so many tracks. I'm gonna like save a bunch of them that I like, if I can remember them. I think this one was actually a solid one, if I remember correctly. I probably have way too many of these tracks. I could probably delete a few of them. Stupid Spotify ads. Let me see if there's any other ones that I'd missed. Any of them that looks familiar. Oh, this was one. Definitely gotta test that one. I'm usually able to remember most of the tracks that I have. This is a racetrack, I think, yeah. No. I'm looking for Formula Drift tracks specifically. Because I know Kebab was asking about it at one time. I'm deleting that one. A few of these tracks are actually really good. If I remember correctly. Yeah. That one's not that good. I've tried it. I could probably delete it, yeah. I'm not going to, though. That track is very misleading. It's a rally track and not a drift track. It's a rally track. I still don't know how to do the layout for this track yet. I could probably, if I go on it and try long enough, I'll probably get it. This one's actually a really nice circuit, but I wish it was worked on a little more. Yeah, this one's Nico circuit. This one I used to do with Islam back when he was streaming. He used to start it up all the time. Well, every time he did a race, every time he would do a drift track, he'd always do that one. No, that one's not good. I'm looking for Formula drift tracks, or at least that style of track specifically. This one I think is supposed to be ABC Minami. No, it's the school circuit. This one's the Minami. But it's not that good of an actual track. It's probably the best one I got though. I have a bunch of replica tracks. Some of them by different creators. I'm not adding any of these to it. There's a few of these, but yeah, I'm not doing that one. Oh, that's the one that I was looking for earlier. Oh, it was the other one that I had that in. Alright. I'll change that when I get to it. Irwindale is the one with the oval, right? Yeah, it's the oval. I might have to add that one in. Another oval. That one's not really good enough. I'm deleting it. Alright. This one that I already tried before, but it wasn't really all that good. If I remember correctly. So I think this is a racetrack, not a drift track. Yeah, it's a racetrack. Oh, that one's a rally track. What about this one? No. I tried that one before and it was broken. Oh, these are a few of the ones that I had that in. Alright, I remember them. Oh, Mayhan. Yeah, I have this one too. I don't remember which one's better though. I want to say that one is. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. This one's also another solid track. I tried that one earlier. That one's not good. I've already tried it. Not gonna delete it though. Yes. See, I was right about the other one. This one is Nico Circuit. Oh, this was one of the other ones that I needed to try out. Oh. That looks like that'd be a crazy track. Yep. That looks horrendous if I'm being honest. That one doesn't look any better though. That one looks a little better. Hmm. I tried that one earlier. That one that was a really solid one. So yeah, it's a GP track. I have way too many tracks. I don't even I barely use any of them either. Oh, this was one of the ones I needed to test out. That one I'll need to test too. Ah, this was one of the other ones I needed to test. It's by HKS Chris though. He makes a lot of weird tracks, if I'm being honest. I do have a lot of them saved though. I have a lot of his tracks saved. Yeah, that was the Black Sheep one. What's this one? One of the creative tracks. Zugaba. I think that's the... Yeah, that's the drift track. This one is just really weird. I tried this one with GDM, but when I ended up going to one of their meets or one of their events, but it was just really weird to me. Oh, it's one of the drag race tracks I got. This one I also need to test out. This one's just a really weird track. I think parts of it was supposed to be ABC with another section added to it. That's a solid track. I've tried it before. I swear if this one is just the Fucking Redwood track again. I'm deleting it. I can't tell you how many times I've seen someone do that. Oh, they made it get out.
What the heck's going on here? Hey, motherfucker!
Need to try to find the ones that I was suggesting before. It'd be nice if you could see what it's about, like on the right side, like you usually do.
Are you gonna be long? Go fuck your mother! Damn!
The hell? I'm late! It's so late! You're a boring shit! Kiss my ass! Cocksucker! Fucking fuck! Come on now! The heck's this? Go
Where are the other two?
yourself!
Where are the other two tracks? Was it back at the beginning?
Fuck! Move it, will you? Damn! Piece of shit!
I don't see it yet.
Cocksucker!
I think after I find these races, though, I'm just gonna go ahead and get off. It's already almost 11 o'clock.
Fucking fuck!
I think it was in the T section, because I think it started with T,
My ass! You can suck!
but I'm still looking through just in case. Yeah. Oh, they're KT8. All right. My spawn point should be... Yeah. Oh, it's last location. Let me change it back to my tower and then I'll go ahead and get off. Alright. That was a bit of fun, but too bad no one joined in. But, whatever. I guess I'll be joining in same time next week. Or I might actually join in, might actually start a stream on Wednesday, but I don't know, I might. If anyone's still in here, have a great night, and have a great new year. I hope it's better than the next. I hope it's better than last year.